Recently, Overwatch has been adding a lot of things at one time during their updates. So today we're going to go over how the armor changes and the headshot tank changes are going to work and how they interact with each other. And there's some actually interesting things to get from this. I'm going to go ahead and in the description, I'll put the link to this spreadsheet. But I went over this with on my stream, and there's a lot honestly more to go over and a lot of changes. Some characters get buffed and some get nerfed and some don't really care either way. But it is really interesting, and you may want to know some of these breakpoints. So go ahead. I hope you enjoy. General notes. Since this appears to be a revert to how armor behaved in Overwatch 1, all details about Overwatch 1 armor are assumed to hold for the purposes of this spreadsheet. If I remember correctly, Overwatch 1 armor worked. It was instances of it wasn't 5. The number wasn't 5. I thought it was like, for whatever reason in my head it's 3. It was like 3 or 6. I could have sworn it wasn't 5, but in Overwatch 1, armor did not mitigate the impact of damage over time effects. Oh, it didn't. I didn't know that. In Overwatch 1, beams had their damage blocked in the same way that Overwatch 2 armor blocks damage. Flat 30% damage reduction. Okay. For the purposes of combining the tank passive and the armor changes, the armor calculation is done first, then the 25% headshot damage reduction. Okay. So this is raw damage, including crit multipliers. This category is damage with old armor, flat 30% damage reduction. Damage against new armor, aka Overwatch 1 armor, post mid-season patch. This one is damage with new armor plus tank headshot passive if applicable. So I'm assuming the number will just stay the same. If not, yeah, self-destruct. Cool. Change in damage received for armored tanks relative to pre-patch. Change in damage received for non-tank armored targets. Okay. So let's actually take a look at this. So quick melee does 40. It used to do 28 against armor. Now it does 35, right? So that's a buff to melee against armor. Now, who the fuck cares about quick melee against armor? Because armor is at the beginning of your health bar and you're typically using quick melee at the end of it. But, some Winston jumping on somebody, it may matter, right? Because now if you're jumping on somebody with armor, you actually don't want to melee at all because you're doing less damage. Now, your DPS is still, I think, lower. I think it's still because you Genji combos, right? Right. Fusion cannons. So yeah, Diva's getting nerfed here from 2 to 1. Yeah. The headshot still. Micro missiles can't headshot. Yeah. So big nerf to Diva damage. That's fine. She's too good up close against armor. Even though she's not like the best, like, she was really good against armor. Self-destruct, who cares? Call mech, who cares? I guess call mech does get reduced, doesn't it? It used to be 175, now it's 245. That's actually big. Hold on, that's actually huge. I didn't even think about that. That's massive. Self-destruct doesn't matter that much either. Doomfist hand cannon. This one sucks. That's really big, especially against squishies with armor like Brig, Tor, Bastion. That's kind of big. Hand cannon headshot. The headshot would go down to 5, so it's still the same ratio. Rocket punch, whatever. I don't know if I want to go through all of these. Let's look at the graphs. Change in damage dealt versus armored tanks post season. So, oh, I see. Guess the armor change and headshot reduction for most hit scan heroes will cancel out, huh? What do you mean cancel out? The armor reduction is calculated before the headshot reduction. So you see this, like, if it's armor plus tank headshot damage, you don't you don't gain damage to headshot until 80. So a cast headshot to armor is doing exactly what it's basically doing exactly what it's doing on live right now. I think just a little under. For majority, we'll seemingly do most. Yeah, yeah. So if it's burst damage, or what's it called? I don't know. I'm thinking of the ratio right now, like where it would come into play. Um, it would be like if they did 10 damage, that would go to 5. That's 50, right? But if they did 15 and it goes to 10, that's what's it called? 66%, which is not quite there. So it's like basically like anything like 16 or above, I think, is doing more damage. I think that's how it breaks down. Oh, I think that's exactly what this is. Yeah, raw damage with all this. So pre-patch armor and post-patch armor, this is where they meet. It's at 17, it looks like. Maybe even between. I'm not doing the math. I'm just very quick head math. Against armor, it gets way less, right? Like here, all the way up to like to what is that, kind of like 75, 76. Oh, I didn't realize the whole breakdown. I didn't even see that on this side. So it's at, yeah, if you do 75 damage, you're doing the same. Anything above 75 is doing more. Anything below 75 is doing less. Is my hello? Okay. So it's a net buff on effectiveness against armor for high damage per shot. It's almost more of a buff to non-armored tanks when it comes to survivability. Um, I mean, it's a buff to both of them. It's so like the armor change. It's for tank busting abilities, right? It's really, that's really what it's for. With the headshot, multiple, like all of that, that's just extra. But if we're taking the headshot out of the way, it's a buff to tank busting abilities. In fact, most tanks are going to, or tanks like the health portion of it, they're going to be taking more damage now. Um, Again, take the headshot out of it. Um, a lot of tanks are going to be technically taking more damage now. Or sorry, tanks with armor. The rest, if they just have health, I guess it doesn't matter. Um, how much does each storm arrow do? Plenty. Let's find out actually. Where's the, oh, down here? Honda storm arrow 75. So they'll be doing 70, and then storm. Oh, they don't have storm arrow headshot on here. Um, yeah. So I guess I don't want to do the math, but well, let's just do it. It would be, it's just 75 or 70 times 0.75. So it should be doing like 52. Or sorry, wait, that's wrong. 52 times 2. So it'd be like 104 to head. 105. So Storm Arrow gets better at tank busting than it is. Yes. Yeah. Now, to be fair, I think Storm Arrow was, I mean, like, obviously Storm Arrow doesn't get better against shields. Um, which I think where Storm Arrow was kind of the best used. Um, at least more consistently. But yeah, no, yeah, Hanzo is better at tank busting. It is good news for Hanzo because he sucks and he has no identity right now. So May's primary fire is not a dot, but a rapid series of fast. Okay. Oh, so that's big. So actually, let's just go through and like which abilities are tank buster like have gotten worse, right, against regular armor. So Diva's fusion cannon and micro missiles. This might make Junk, Hanzo, and Farah a lot better. I mean, Hanzo really only gets used in an effective manner when Hog is being a real asshole. I mean, the thing about Hanzo is the reason why he's been so bad recently is because he can't one shot, obviously. But before that, he got his charge taken away when he climbed a wall, and that was why Hanzo was so good. Was because you could charge an arrow and pop up and then just pop somebody from you had no idea where he could be. He could just pop up out of nowhere and he'd be gone. And that would be it. That's why Hanzo was so good. He could just get these random insane kills while you were rotating and you didn't even know he was there. Still better than dealing with Scatter. Yeah, yeah, probably. But now that Hanzo can't do either of those things, he's just this wet noodle of a character. But again, we'll go back through it. Doomfist also worse against armor. JQ definitely worse against armor. I don't know. I'm assuming bleed is not affected because it's a dot effect. Um, Malga chain guns. Does the force crit count as a developer confirmed that a force crit is not covered? Is not covered by the upcoming tank passive changes. Okay, so Malga crits to the body. Wait. Hold on. This is crazy. This is insane. This is what I've wanted with Malga. I wanted him to do more damage to the head if you hit somebody on the head with it while they were on fire. It would just make him feel better. This is not the way I wanted them to do it. It's at the expense of him doing less damage overall, which is a good thing because Malga's awful. But they actually finally did it. He does more damage if you hit a headshot while they're on fire now because he does 2 times rather than 1.75. I just picked the game back up right before season switch after having quit for 3 years, but otherwise playing since January in 2017. Yeah, I quit for a long time after 2017. I played religiously for a year from 2016 to 2017 like summer. Stopped until I got to college. 20 when Roll Lock came in, I came back. But yeah, no, this is actually crazy. Like this is a roundabout way of them like making Mauga the changes I've wanted them to make to Mauga for a long time. So dub, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. Ori fusion. Oh, what is this? Augmented fusion driver headshot does change in damage received to non-tank armored targets. Oh, I see. So that's if you hit a headshot on somebody that has armor that isn't a tank. Okay. Ori javelin spear continuous hits. No, dude, they nerfed the spear damage. Got OW for my 3rd birthday in May 2018. Only played arcade and Fortnite until summer 2019 when I started grinding combat and get masters until quarantine. Yeah. Wait a minute. Actually, hold on. This is bigger than I think I'm giving it credit for. Ori's been doing less damage, so if you abduct a tank, you're doing less damage to them because of the armor changes. Or if you even abduct like a brig, that's kind of big, isn't it? Because you would start with spin typically. That could matter. That could matter. Ramatra Void Accelerator really fast. Bro guns everything about him except for Pigpen. It looks like Pigpen, yeah, because it's damage over time, so it doesn't count. Will it count? Whole hog, yeah, also. Winston Tesla cannon currently ignores armor, so no change. I'm an old man in gamer terms, so it's hard to keep up. I understand the game beyond my level, but I'm unable to perform. I'm I'm an old man. I'm 23. I'm a dinosaur in the esports scene, so I understand. I didn't start playing. I didn't get a PC until a couple years ago. So like when I was playing Overwatch and learning it, I was on PlayStation. Bro, I'm almost 40. Well, you're you said old man in terms of gamer. You're ancient in terms of gaming. you're I play fighting games and I just can't like what's it called? I can't do the mechanics and the old people whip my ass. So there's it's different areas of where the ages are good at certain games. So all right, wrecking ball, chain guns is less, yeah. Zarya Zarya beam damage is the same, I guess. Okay, what else is less? Ash coach gun. Damn. Ash coach gun's doing less damage. Recon headshots. Recon headshots are a buff against non-tank armor. Built my PC for the first time in 2019, so that's why I only played arcade on the family desktop at 60 FPS until then. Ball. The family desktop, yeah. Assault. The grenade impact damage. Since I didn't even think about that. Explosions are like the impact and then the splash, so it's two different. Oh wow! So Bastionade is technically doing less damage against armor now. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. Mag grenade is the same way. Look at that. Sticky bombs, same. We talked about endothermic blaster, Hellfire shotguns, obviously. Death Blossom, no, yeah, Death Blossom's high enough. Sojourn primary fire. So Sojourn primary head fire. Okay, this is big. This is important. Bastion actually in shambles now. That's kind of crazy. It's not that much damage. It's not that much damage taken off. It's like 5 damage still. It's lower, but it's not that bad. Um, Sojourn headshot primary fire is technically better against non tank armored characters. So it does 3% more damage. Soldier heavy pulse rifle headshot, same way. Actually, that's significant. 24% more damage. Sombra, worse. Photon projector, doesn't matter. Torb secondary fire is another one of those that's better against non-tank armored targets. Turret does less. Molten core does less. Wait, no, molten core does the same. Pulse pistols do less. And the oh wow, the bomb impact damage just less now. Oh no, Tracer lost out a whole 1 damage. Widow's Kiss primary fire. Oh, this is the submachine gun. Sleep dart, sure. Baptiste biotic launcher. Wait, what? The headshot is doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Tracer terrible now. Oh no. Um, that's funny. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. They just put in here the Lucio sound barrier on head. Blizzard, please bring it back. Um, so So this is there's some abilities that have actually gotten they're in like that weird sweet spot area where they're better against tanks with armor, but worse if you hit the headshot. That's so weird. That's so weird to me. She does take a big hit to her primary. Yeah, Tracer. Tracer is really, yeah. That's a big change. And I honestly like, if you're gonna like, what's it called, nerf Tracer. I think this is probably the best way to do it because she was able to do an obscene amount of damage to tanks from far away and like chunk their HP down before they even got to a fight. That's why she's been so dominant for a very long time. She doesn't even have to get near them. This is definitely the way to do it. She's gonna be tickling tanks at long range, at longer ranges. Obviously not like long range, but for Tracer, longer ranges. Yeah, this is really interesting. Um, but yeah, there's some weird sweet spot areas where they do too much damage. Let me see if it shows on this graph. Where they do more damage to tanks when they don't hit a headshot, but they do less damage than when they do hit headshots, based on what they do currently. No, Tracer's still gonna be really good. I can't see her being bad. I think Tracer is one of those characters in this game, at least, where like the stars have to align for her not to be playable. Like she's just really good. She does everything. She's got high damage. So yeah, anything from 17 to 74. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Anything from 17 to 74 damage does more to body shots, but less to headshots. All her counters have to be meta. Thing about Tracer is that like she has counters, but she's always got ways to work around them. Same thing with Winston. Like she's got counters that are in the meta, but yeah, you're right. If it was a meta that was for whatever reason like Torb, Cass, I don't even know, like no tanks counter Tracer. Like let's be real. Do they really like hard counter her? I don't even think so. Um I don't even know what supports are even that good into Tracer. Kiriko not so much anymore. Kiriko used to just win the Tracer duel. She got one headshot, but not since season 9. Actually, since earlier. Kiriko got a nerf a while ago. But yeah, no, this was really cool. Thank you for showing me this. This is awesome. Yeah, I guess Brig, but like even then, like Brig is more of like a tank counter than like she's a Tracer deterrent. She's not really a counter, if that makes sense. Lucio, nah, not even Lucio. I think Tracer can keep up with Lucio decently well and chunk him down. I'm sure there's certain metas that it could happen where Tracer would be like really tough to play. Um, but I don't know. I just don't see her going away completely. We'll have to see. I mean, like we have no idea. Um, just yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, that was cool. It was really cool. All right, if you made it this far, please, if you wouldn't mind doing any of that good YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. It does really help me out. I've been really appreciative of all the support I've been getting on this channel recently. If you think, that some of these stuff is so outrageous, please leave a comment. I do want to hear what you guys think about how maybe much more complicated needlessly than some of this stuff is going to get. But if you want to get in on the discussion live, every time I go live on twitch.tv/Lane Hemingway, I do a discussion. You can talk with me in person, one-on-one at the same time. Who knows? If not, all my socials are down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.